Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and today we're going to be going over my predictions for the banned/restricted list that's going to be revealed at Worlds in Japan, and I'm so excited for a ton of different reasons. One of them for the fact that I'm actually going to be there in Japan when it happens, which is so freaking cool, literally alone. Number two, I'm going to be talking about, obviously, what I think they're going to ban, what they're probably going to ban, and what I know they're going to ban. And lastly, we're going to be talking about a very spicy bet I have going on right now with a pro player, and I'm super excited to talk about that. So yeah, let's dive in. Alright, let's talk about all the cards that I think are possibly up for debate on why they should be banned and what those cards are. I think first deck we're going to tackle here is Sakazuki. We need to find a deck or something. We need to find some cards that will actually hinder the deck, make it so it's not as broken or not as good as it already is. And I think some of those cards are possibly Houndblaze, Great Eruption, and Rebecca. Now, Rebecca is obviously we all know what Rebecca does. We all know what all these cards do, but Rebecca, of course, is a four cost black character that is super good, allowing you to bring back a character from your trash, playing it on the field, or bringing out a character, putting it to your hand, and then playing one from your hand onto the board. It's really insane. And what's really important about, I think, a lot of these cards, I think as each of these Sakazuki cards that every Sakazuki deck plays, Hound, Great Eruption, and Rebecca, I don't feel like they're super good alone, like by themselves. They're not like crazy insane, except for possibly Rebecca. Rebecca is probably the only one that I think by itself, it's like, dude, that card is actually insane. It's nuts. Because with Hound, for example, if you have the card alone, you still need some sort of cost reduction to bring some of your opponent's characters down so that it is actually still really useful, of course. Great Eruption, I mean, that's another really card that alone is just super busted. So I think that Great Eruption and Rebecca are two cards that I think are probably worth more to be restricted or banned than Hound, but I think all three of them are up for debate. But now talking about yellow, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, literally, Big Mom. I think this card is like the number one card that people complain to me about. Big Mom is obviously that 10 cost, 12,000 power character, being able to regenerate a life as well as trash one of your opponent's life. It doesn't even go to their hand, it just goes straight to the trash. It's really good. It is leader locked, which is really important, so I think that's very important to talk about. And so yeah, so there's Big Mom, right? Big Mom. Another one is like Beige. Next card is Amaru. Amaru is honestly, in my opinion, one of the best yellow cards ever printed. It's a 2-cost event card. That's, of course, is yellow. You rest a 4-cost or lower if you have 1 life or less. And if not, just in general, you give something plus 3k. And it has a trigger. Off trigger, you trash 2 cards from your hand to recover 1. So obviously with Beige being able to stun a character or a leader, along with Amaru, just having those 2 cards in a deck, and you run either like a 4 of Beige, a 3 of Amaru, or even a 4 of Amaru, that's just absolutely insane. It's just a lot of recovery / like so many bombs you have to like worry about when you're playing against yellow. Now, those are the cards that we currently have for OPO5. For OPO6, we do get a lot of really good cards in black and also in yellow. I think the 2 standout cards though that are in conversation to be banned or restricted is actually Okiku, or I think it's called pronounced Kiku, I think is what it is. It's the 4-cost 6k not vanilla 4-cost 6k body that if your opponent has that 3 life or less on KO, you recover 1. And this card is absolutely insane. Oh my god, why did this card get printed? This card is so good. And on trigger, if your opponent is at 3 life or less, you also get to play it for free. So it's nuts, dude. It's nuts. You don't have to trash anything or discard nothing. It's really, really good. Another card that's really in contention of like possibly being banned or restricted is Gecko Moria. Gecko Moria is like the adult version of Rebecca, being able to play out a 4 cost as well as a 2 cost or lower from your trash, and you choosing whether one has to be rested and one has to be active. Both abilities activate at the same time. You can choose which one goes first. You can do some crazy insane combos, including picking out Rebecca from your trash to go like Gecko, Rebecca. Rebecca brings out something, and then Gecko still brings out a 2 cost. It's really, really good. Those are all, I think, the cards that are possibly in contention to be banned or restricted. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if any of these got hit or banned. I think if anything else out of this list got hit, I'd be pretty surprised. I'd be really, really surprised. I think these are like the bulk of what people are complaining about currently. And I think the people have a right to voice their opinion. Speaking of people voicing their opinions, on my YouTube channel, on the community side, I run posts as well as polls every single day. And the other day, I ran a poll. I said, hey, which of these cards do you want to be restricted / banned? And I put up Rebecca, Big Mom, Gecko Moria, and then I left a slot here so that someone could comment underneath, and you can give your own opinion on what you think should be banned or restricted, or we should even need a ban or a restriction in this meta currently, or in the next meta. For Rebecca, we had 26% of the people saying please restrict / ban this card. Big Mom was at a whopping 34%, and Gecko Moria was at 19%. So Big Mom really leading that charge on people just wanting to get rid of yellow. There's a very common, everyone knows how much everyone hates yellow, and this just proves it. And we have 4.9 thousand people voting on this poll, and that's a lot of people, dude. Like, that's a lot of people. And so honestly, this is huge. This is huge to me. This really says a lot about the community and what they want. So let's now talk about the cards that I personally want them to hit. And honestly, I don't think I have too many that I do really want them to hit or change. I think number one, I feel like Great Eruption needs to be restricted at least. I think that card is really good. I think it's good in any black deck, any deck that has black in general. It's super, super good. It gets, obviously, like I said before, it replaces itself plus the -2, including on top of all the removal that we currently have, as well as that we're getting. It's just too good. It's just way too good. I'm obviously not a hater, of course, on the Sakazuki deck. Sure, I had a whole hashtag Saka sucks, and not because I actually think it sucks, because I think it's just really, really good. It's just too good. Next card I think that they really need to hit is actually, I think they need to hit Rebecca. I think Rebecca is definitely on the chopping block. It's just too good, man. It's just, literally, here's the thing. A lot of people were saying Gecko Moria should be banned or restricted or limited. I don't think it will. And I don't want it to, because it's brand new. People want to play with that card. It's going to upset a lot of people. The reason why I think Rebecca is more in contention of getting restricted / banned, it's because it's a 4 cost. You can do so much with a 10 Dawn turn with only 4 Dawn to bring out Rebecca plus another body. Like, the possibilities are just so, there's so many possibilities. I'm not gonna say it's endless, because it's literally not endless, obviously, but there's just so many different combinations you can do with that card. I don't want it to be banned. I think banning these cards is just a little too much. I think it should be restricted. The next card I want them to restrict / ban, you know, obviously I don't want it to be banned, is I think Amaru. I think Amaru is almost every card, no, I think every card in yellow you can play around off trigger except for Amaru. Amaru, you literally cannot play around. Being able, guys, the amount of times that I have hit into an Amaru, my opponent pitches 2 cards, and to recover one, and I'm like, I'm good. I still have 2 more attacks. I'm solid. And then for that card to be a Thunderbolt or a Beige or something else, or a Brûlé or a Sanji, that is the part that is the most annoying. Because not only the fact that you're able to recover one, but also to the fact that like it's such a defensive tool in your life, as well as such an aggressive tool. It's literally aggressive, defensive, all in one card, and it only costs 2. It's that card is absolutely insane. Do I think it needs to be banned? No, because I think like having the pocket one is really good, but there's nothing worse than getting double Amrud in a single turn, which happens a lot more than you actually think, since it is actually searchable with Shura. So I think the card has to be restricted. I want it to be. That's what I really want. That's my wish list. I need that card to be restricted more than any other yellow card. All right, it's time to talk about what I actually think they're going to hit. This is huge. This is huge because we've been talking about what the possibilities of they can hit, what I want them to hit, but this is what I realistically think they are going to hit. And it's pretty polarizing. I'm just warning you guys now, okay? Y'all gonna roast me in the comments probably for some reason. But guys, unfortunately, I'm never wrong always. You know that about me. I am always right. Why? Because I'm a content creator. Next, yellow. I think yellow will be untouched in this restricted / ban list that's being revealed at Worlds in Japan. I don't think they're gonna touch it at all, dude. I don't think they're gonna hit any cards in OP06, in OP05, or anything before that. I think it's gonna be completely unscathed. Okay? And the reason why I think so is because this ban list, like I mentioned before, is going to be for Japan as well as the English meta, and I think they have to keep them all equal. And in OP07, we get a lot of really good green support, a lot of green support that just completely destroys yellow, which makes me very happy because I love green. Not because I want to see yellow destroyed. I just love green personally. Next thing I want to talk about is obviously Sakazuki. What are they going to hit from Sakazuki? I think there's 1 or 2 things, okay? I think they're going to ban Rebecca. I think the card's too good. They're going to ban Rebecca. We have Gecko Moria. We're going to take Rebecca away. You guys have Rebecca. You guys have Gecko Moria. Works in any black deck. Take that card, okay? We're going to keep Rebecca to ourselves. Or, okay, hot take alert, I think they're going to ban Sakazuki. Yeah, I know. This is where you guys, like, we get the comments where people are saying, well, Wizard, not many wins for Sakazuki. Sakazuki didn't win NA Nats. There's no way. It's just impossible. Guys, there's just so much freaking support for this deck right now. I think the easiest way for them to hit Sakazuki is banning the leader. That doesn't mean all of the cards underneath it are completely useless. Cards like Brand New are in Perona in OP06. Cards like Great Eruption could be used in literally any deck. There's just a ton of cards that are just completely still really, really good. So it's not like you're killing like 50 cards out of the deck that are just dead now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that at all, right? So, and I think a lot of this is kind of backed by some of the EB01 results that I've been seeing. So in this little picture that I'm showing you guys right now, we have a little chart, and this is EB01 results currently in Asia, and I think this is extremely telling. Okay, these are the wins here that was found on Reddit. A homie of mine sent this to me. Blue and black Sakazuki wins. I'm going flagship because flagships are the top dogs. Those are the difficult wins, as well as obviously the CSs. But I'm gonna hit flagships because there's more numbers in there. We have 64 wins for Sakazuki for flagships. And Katakuri, which is supposed to be the deck that everyone wants to ban all the time, has 32 wins. That's literally half. Now, I imagine we have a lot more Sakazuki players probably, but still, that's a big number. Like, we're really gonna want to, they're really gonna, they, not me, they are really gonna want to ban a leader that is second best right now, or ban a ton of support that's second best. No shot, bro. No shot. I just don't think it's happening. And even Gecko Moria at 21 flagship wins. Obviously, the main card from Gecko Moria is ACOS Gecko Moria. So there's that. And then there's obviously Red Purple Law. I know a lot of people, this is the easy answer that people are going to say is that, well, okay, if you take away Sakazuki, if you nerf Sakazuki so bad, Gecko Moria just runs rampant. Because Sakazuki keeps Gecko Moria in check. It's literally the better version. I mean, guys, why would they not want you to use the brand new leader a lot more than an older leader? So my biggest hot take, I think, is Yellow's not being touched in this ban list. And I actually think that Sakazuki is going to be banned, the leader itself. It's the easiest thing to do. A lot of people would be happy. That's just my opinion. That's just what I think is going to happen. All right, lastly, I just really want to talk about the bet that I currently have with my man Thomas. I think it's just really, really fun to talk about. You can check out the updates on my Twitter. I'll have a link in the description down below. You can check all that. But currently, my boy Thomas hit me up and said, "Hey, Wizard, I know for a fact that Bandai is gonna hit Amaru as well as Tenkos Big Mom, and I'm so confident in my decision that I am going, if I lose, okay, and if they don't ban or hit any of those two cards, Amaru or Tenkos Big Mom, I am going to go ahead and give you my high max rarity red-green law deck." And I said, "Wow, Thomas, are you sure? That's an expensive deck. PreOrder laws, my dude? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And he said, yeah, I'm that sure. And I said, "Okay, what am I going to put up?" And he said, "Nothing. I'm that confident." And I said, "Okay, all right, my man, let's do it." So we currently have a bet going on right now, a super high stakes bet. If I win and they don't touch any of those two cards, I get a free 99 max rarity law deck. So let me know in the comment section below. Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? Am I going to get a brand new deck for free? I mean, I don't know, man. I might. You know what I'm saying? The first thing you know I'm going to be doing is making a deckless video with that high rarity deck. You know what? I am going to win. What am I talking about? Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for checking out my video. Let me know in my comment section below what you think about all of my hot takes and what my opinions and my predictions. Do you think I'm capping? Do you think it's kind of crazy? Do you kind of agree? Do you want to agree? Do you not want to agree? Anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out this channel as well as this video. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new One Piece content coming out soon. See ya.